Isn't it funny that he can't say that, Tonia? Because when Margaret Thatcher was in power, she made this really clear point. She said, well, I've paid my taxes. I pay my taxes for everyone to use the NHS. But if I don't have to, I won't. What a change in culture.
It's such a change in culture. And she was right. Of course, if you've got the money... and you can afford it, then you can go privately and take the pressure off the NHS. I don't understand. Because, you know what it is that all the parties have become this blancmange of nothingness. And no one stands up straight and says, yes, you know, I'm a Conservative. I believe that if you've got the money and you should be able to pay for it. That's the whole point of a kind of capitalistic society, is that you can pay for yourself and take the burden off. But he's too weak to stand up and say that. They're all so weak.
What's he worried about that he won't say that?
People say, it's all right for you, mate, you've got loads of money.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
but why didn't we used to say that when Margaret Thatcher was in power? What's changed and when did that start to change? Tony Blair, probably, I'm guessing.
Well, of course, David Cameron said he was the heir to Blair. And we've had 12 years of this under a so-called Conservative government that's done absolutely nothing that I can think of in the last 12 years, apart from get in the way of what the British people want, for example, on Brexit, which no doubt we'll talk about later on in the programme. But, you know, nothing's been done about the migration crisis. They've made things far worse on energy because we've closed down all our native energy producing things like coal and oil and gas. So what is this Conservative government supposedly for? And you won't get anything out of Rishi Sunak. You know, he was the head boy of Winchester. We have a Chancellor who's the head boy of Charterhouse. These people get to be head boy because they keep their noses clean and know how to toe the line. They don't actually strike out with a radical agenda, which is what the Tories need if they are to surmount the obstacle of the next general election.
What do you think they're for?
Well, I think they should have spent their time undoing the damage Blair did, because we are now reaping all the damage Blair did, whether it comes to the education system or the NHS or any of these things. I don't know why he's constantly being held as this great Prime Minister when he did such terrible things to the country. For me, the main thing is with kids and education. He was the one that started that our children should all be educated in university, which we know they don't need, and then they're saddled with this massive debt. They start their life with debt. Blair did that, and instead of undoing it, instead of the Conservatives coming into power, they've had 12 years to undo the damage, they're just doing more of the same.